Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, City Council. My name is Zeke Rodriguez. I am the political liaison for the CCIA, the Coalition of Conservatives in Action. And a big part of my job is to be involved with the local city governments, public school systems. I ran for office, and I actually have strong communications with administrators with the public school system. And for those who don't know, that Las Cruces public school system is the worst public school system in all of New Mexico. And given that New Mexico is the worst educated state in the entire country, we can not proudly say that Las Cruces is the worst educated public school system in the entire country. That means that our kids are starved. We're also worse ranked in child well-being, so our kids are starved, they're physically abused, they're sexually abused, and they are uneducated at a level that is unprecedented around the country. So obviously the public school department is beholden to the public education department, okay? The schools, they got to go through them, so they can't do anything. It's at the state. They always push you to the state. So I'm here asking the city council, in how I saw Councilor Bencoma extend her olive branch to work with, the city school system to work with the cannabis usage. So I would hope that you would extend that same olive branch with the public school system, particularly with what I learned recently, that there was vandalism at a particular middle school. I can leave it up to you all to figure out what it is. I'm sure you'll find out really quick. And during that vandalism, these children that were vandalizing the school with pornography and calling out teachers, spray painting their name with teachers and threats, they had guns on them as well at this particular middle school. So I would hope that you can have that same kind of cross-jurisdictional influence with having the police department have a proper response, because there's no training. I learned that there's no training for the administrators. If there was a school shooting, there is no training. There is no way for them to deal with it. So our children are the most abused, the most starved, the most uneducated. They get out of high school at a 6th grade reading level, I believe it is. And now they are vulnerable to they're gonna get a free-for-all. The mass shooter comes into one of our school systems. I have a daughter in school. How long is it going to take for them to respond? I would suggest that you look at a school the last school shooting that we just had, they responded within 12 minutes, very effective. I would hope that you would look into see what their response protocols were and extend that here to Las Cruces, because I am fearful that we're going to have a school shooting here, and it's just going to be terrible. So please consider what I'm saying here today for the sake of the children. And for those of you who don't try to pursue that, we're going to see what kind of government official you are, and furthermore, what kind of a human being you are. Because this is all politics aside. Everyone's so proud of our city government. Meanwhile, we have the most abused children in the country. I think it's very sad. I think it's a very sad state that we're in, to cheer on our city government when our children are being molested at the highest level in the country. Thank you.
You know, I don't normally graduate in less than a year as a medical doctor and a PhD from Yale Medical School. So, and this was from our Las Cruces public school system. Our schools are really good. I'm sorry, but I just needed to say that to defend our schools, because our teachers are hardworking. They And I will say that Las Cruces the Las Cruces public schools have the highest graduation rate than any school in the state. So, anyways, I just needed to say that. Yeah, and Mayor Pro Tem's daughter, who went through public education, is also okay. Yeah, watch out.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm very proud of both my kids. But my daughter went to one of the poorest schools in this district, Booker T. Washington, then to Sierra Middle School and Las Cruces High. And she's now a medical doctor at her last residency at the University of Colorado, where in July she will be moving to Northwestern to attend her last fellowship there to be a pathologist. So I think we turn out many excellent students that go on and do tremendous things, not only in this community, but all over the nation. So, and I think, Zeke, if you're still here, which I see you back there, I'd have no problem having a conversation with you. I spent 27 and a half years in child welfare, specifically in this county, so we can talk all day long, if you would like, about the system and what we've done to correct many of these things, and you should be part of the solution as well. In many other, I don't think we have a lot of starving kids, but we have kids. We should be posing that question, why? Why in an agriculturally rich community we have kids that go home hungry? And not to mention the wonderful things that our state legislature did to offer meals to children, no matter socioeconomic status. So there's a tremendous amount of work that's happening at all levels. And again, I extend the olive branch to you to have those conversations. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.